Welcome back to another video, guys. First off, before we begin, I just want to say thank you. We hit 2,000 subscribers. It's pretty cool. I just want to keep going. I think for this year I want to get to, I don't know if we can do it, but get 10,000 subscribers. Who knows? That being said, make sure if you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like button and share them. Maybe it'll help other people if they're working on the same project as we are. So for today we have Adam coming. He has the red WRX from the previous video, the Canyon video. So I think we're gonna do a few installs on his. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough time to do all of them. So depending on how long the videos are and how long it takes, I may post them all together or in separate videos. So we'll see when he gets here. We'll see what happens. It has been a bit rainy. You guys can see the sky. It's a bit wet still on the ground. So hopefully it doesn't rain on us while we're working on the car, because I don't have a car cover. Struggle is real, man. Alright, I'll get back to you guys once it's here. Alright, what's going on, guys? So we are in Adam's car. I'm gonna try test driving it first before we do anything else, because I think we're gonna start with the steering. What is the brand again? The Perrin Steering Dampener install. So I'm gonna compare the steering before and after and see how much it changes. So let's go for a test drive. Oh yeah, the clutch is so different. Mine's very mushy comparison. So this is the stock steering setup actually right now. But off the bat, just because this is a 2017, I could already tell a difference between the shifter and the clutch itself. The clutch is so much lighter. It's a lot more springy. Mine is more mushy. The 2016 one, I don't know how to compare it. It's more of like it's a very heavy truck-like clutch. I like this a lot better, to be honest. The shifter is a lot more precise also. So let's take some twisty roads here and do a comparison. Okay. So I'm already familiar with the stock setup as is, just because I have the same one. I don't have the dampener installed in my car, but just so I have a back-to-back comparison on the same exact car helps a lot. So the stock steering on the car itself is actually not that bad anyway to begin with, but we're gonna be able to tell in just a minute here how much it changes. So this already feels very direct to me, a lot more direct than my previous car and the other cars that I've driven. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to happen. So we'll be right back. Check this out. Is up on the ramps. So I think we're gonna do this from the bottom. I know there's two ways of doing it, the top and the bottom, but the actual instructions call for doing it from the bottom. So let's go see. I'm not even sure where to look for, but let's find out. Alright, so here's what we get in the box instructions. Some blue Loctite, couple screws, Allen wrench, and the actual dampener itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this and go from there. For once I'm gonna read instructions, go figure. Okay, so I could have sworn you have to do this from the bottom for current instructions, but unless they changed it, it says we gotta do it from the top now. So since we already have the car up, so I'm gonna go ahead and install the Perrin bushing. Let's go ahead and do that then.
Alright, so let's go ahead and do the bushing. This just goes in the shifter linkage. There's a rubber one in there right now, it's pretty soft. This is a solid one, so it's supposed to give it a better shift to feel, I guess, less slop. We'll see if there's any difference. I have the Kartboy shift bearing in mine, so we'll compare that too. So let's get under the car and install this one.
Alright, so we're going to remove these two bolts right here to expose the bushing. I think they are 12 millimeter. Let's find out. Yep, 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter. Okay, got it. Sweet. That was a mission. Alright. Now we just gotta take this pin out. Okay. Okay. So there's the OEM rubber one. Let's see if you can take this out pretty easily. Okay. I'll probably need it. So there's the OEM one. It's all greased up. Let's put the Perrin one in. So Perrin supplies you with their own lubricant. There's the bushing itself. So we're supposed to put it all around and then pop it this way back in. And then put the OEM washer on top and then put the clip back in. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I cleaned the area. Let's pop this in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and slide this back on.
So the bigger end goes
On the outside.
to the mount.
Wait, what's that?
To the mount.
Yeah, okay, that's how I put it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so we finally got it. Yeah, I had to remove the clip right here to maneuver it in. I don't know why I wouldn't go in just without it. But, so now we just gotta get that clip back in. And we're golden. And this is the clip I was talking about. So, let's go ahead and get this back in. There we go. Just like that. Put the washer back on. And now the pin. Just like that. Alright, for whatever reason that was a mission to install. I don't remember being that hard. I had to remove the clip. I know I was watching a Subispeed video and they didn't have to do that. It just slid right back on. But it just wouldn't have it. It was too much of an angle and it just wouldn't go through. So much easier just to pop that, I guess you call it a C-clip, an E-clip, and just slip it on. That way you could kind of maneuver the whole rod, the shift linkage. So now we're going to try to do the steering dampener. See how this goes. So we're supposed to loosen these two bolts here, but I don't see how we can get to them from the top. It tells you to do it from the top, but you can't even see them. All you can see is the part where it's gonna actually put the dampener. There's no way to get to those bolts, so I think we're gonna attempt to do this from the bottom. Let's see how this goes. So there's the steering linkage, and it wants us to remove the bolts up there, and I can't get to it because you gotta turn the steering wheel, which we can't because it's on the ramps. It's next to impossible to reach it from the top. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do right now. Let's figure this out. Okay, so forget the stupid 2-bolt method. We're gonna take and use the My WRX channels method where he just skipped that part and go from there, because it's just impossible to get to those bolts. Because, well, you could get the wrench on there, but there's not enough space for leverage to break them loose. And I tried it from the bottom. It's not worth it. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so I got the one side, the passenger side, held in with tape. I'm going to use this side and then thread them together, I guess. So let's see how this goes. So we're going to use this long bolt first, and then remove it once we smash the two sides together, and then use the short bolt with the provided blue Loctite. So let's see if we get this started. Alright, so finally we got it installed. There it is. Got the shorter screw in there with the thread locker. So it was a mission to install, but I think we got it. So we did the Perrin bushing for the shifter linkage and the steering wheel damper lockout. That's what it's called officially. So we're gonna go ahead and go for a test drive now and see the difference. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so just going down the driveway, there was no real differences. No vibrations in the steering wheel or anything like that out of the ordinary. So let's see right now if there's any differences in the more of a twisty roads. So the shifter wise, putting the bushing in, to me, the difference is so slight. I mean, for me too, I put the Kartboy bearing one in there, and the difference is very, I didn't really see much of a big difference, so that's up to you. It's very marginal, but it's such a cheap and I guess cheap mod that why not do it if you're gonna be down there. We had some struggles with ours. Just like I said, you gotta remove that C-clip first, so make sure you do that. Now for the lockout, the dampener lockout, let's see what's gonna happen here. So far, everything seems normal to me. Okay, right away, that's a lot different. I barely turned in, the car just rotated that way. I didn't see that coming, that caught me off guard. So, it's a lot more sensitive. There's no additional vibration in the wheel that I could feel. So that's a good thing, that's a plus. But I guess it takes a little getting used to it because you have to give it a lot less steering input. And it just immediately turns. I don't know how to show it really. Best I can do is explain it. So it's an odd sensation. Alright y'all, so for whatever reason I always have the hardest time with the most simple installs. Go figure, but we got it done regardless. I actually like the steering dampener lockout a lot. I'm just not looking forward to doing it again, to be honest. But I really like that one, so I highly recommend that one. The Perrin, the shift bushing, I have the bearing version from Kartboy. Like I said, to me, I don't know, it just didn't make any difference. I didn't feel any difference. It's very marginal, if that. But that's up to you. It's a cheap mod to do. It's like 20 bucks, I think, if you order it off of Subispeed or Rally Sport Direct, and might as well do it. So we did get rained on. As you can see, my car is all rained. It's all wet. But conclude with this video. I think we have a lot more installs coming on different cars, different people's cars, and good stuff like that. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, leave your thoughts below on these modifications. Make sure you share the videos if you like them. Helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.